I would like to introduce Hector, and he will explain to you what the murals represent. Hector Hernandez.
Well, thank you very much for having me the opportunity to work in this project. Special thanks to Theoni for her support and enthusiasm to work with me in this wonderful project that I've been honored to develop over the 4 years that we've been working on this. And I'll be doing a brief description of the content of the murals and the way that we envision this work. Basically, what we try to do from the beginning is trying to work in a project that will depict the life of Wilsonville, the historical background of Wilsonville, and also in this project we were thinking, along with that subject, to see a sequence, historical sequence, but also something for the future. In this project we were envisioning the participation of the community, so that's why we, during the Festival of Art, we were thinking on inviting people to participate and collaborate with us and getting engaged in this process, painting the mural, actually painting the actual mural. So, and the way that we did that was developing a proposal that was submitted to the committee, and then after the approval for that proposal, we have the canvas ready to transfer the images, and the participation of the people was crucial for that. So the people start participating, transferring the image through the outline on charcoal, and then applying color on the different areas of the mural. And that way we were able to accomplish a good part of the mural, and then after that, so we took the mural to my studio, and I finished the mural at my studio. In some areas I was glad that I was seeing very, very committed and very enthusiastic people participating, painting areas. I have people participating from kids, like 5 years old, so 6, 7 years old, up to senior members of the community. So it was very rewarding that. It was, I learned a lot of that, basically because when I see people participating, I see also their approach to things, and the modifications of the original project sometimes can be seen when they have their input on this process. So that's why it's for me is to establish kind of a dialogue when I work with the members of the community or with people in this kind of collaborative project. So I see them as collaborative projects, and it's very rewarding, and I'm glad that people feel that level of participation in these works as well. So we're going to start with the first mural that is here, and we worked on this mural in 2006. Yeah. So for this project, basically what we were envisioning is the first settlers coming to this area, and also the Native American people living in this area as well. So we have Alfonso Boone, and also with the Boone's Ferry as a landmark of this area. Also with other activities along with this this area, related to this area, like logging industry and trade as well. That's why we have these doors on. But also along with that, we have important elements of the community, such as the church. So in that process, we see the evolution from this very small community into be integrated to the rest of the state and the region through the railroad. We have the first railroad bridge that was unfortunately was burned, that was for the electric train, and along with that we have steamboats also in the area. It was not just like a simple Boone's Ferry, simple Boone's Ferry that we have at the beginning. So with the image of Alfonso Boone, that is one of the relatives of Daniel Boone from Texas. So we have here also this important historical character. But what is important also to see is we have here the depiction of manhood, that is present image around the county as well, so not only here in Wilsonville area. So this area, this first panel was also related to the, in a way to, not only to the past, but also related a little bit to the winter. Basically, we trying to develop a cycle based on the seasons of the year. That is, this will be winter, then we will pass through spring, and the next mural that is more related to the recent history of Wilsonville with the trade that we have in more recent years. We are talking about at the beginning of the 20th century, depictions of the flora and fauna that is, we can see around here the area, and in particular to the river, because the life of the community is also related to the life of the river. And in these elements we see the two schools that we have at the beginning, so that also is an important element of the community. The school, one of the first schools there here in Wilsonville, and we have another school that is the Wilsonville High School, as a symbol of progress and a symbol of an institution in which our youth develops and matures in this good conditions, so and a community in which they care for that youth and development of that youth. So we have the camas flower, and also we have the depiction of some of the trees that we see around here, the cherry tree, and the blooming and of the cherry flowers, as a way to restate the depiction of what is the spring for this cycle that we are talking, what we are seeing. The third mural is all related to the summer, and in this mural, what we're trying to depict is the present and also a little bit about the future. So it's a depiction of a community that is related to, for example, wine country activities, like we have a vineyard there. We have other elements like the transportation, the new city hall is depicted there, and also we have a solar panel that depicts also elements of alternative energies in which sustainable communities can flourish. Again, I include also elements of flowers as a way to reinstate that aspect of blooming community that renewed itself through different alternatives and different ways to find a more harmonious relationship with nature. That relationship is depicted through the grid that you see over the sunflower, and also through the sun rising that we see behind the City Hall building. That is, we see a pattern of this, how do you say, like, it's more like a pattern that we find on flowers, at the center of the flowers, or the distribution of the petals. So we mimic that pattern, and we project it into the solar panels as a way to reinstate that harmonious development that a self-sustained community can develop. So the promotion of public transportation as also as another way to promote self-sustainable projects for public transportation in this case, but also energy efficient, and there's also another aspect. So we The bird is the state bird, so that is the picture at the center, and that will complete this piece of the summer. And then we pass to the last one of the panels, in which we depict a little bit of the fall, but more than the fall is more about the present and future of Wilsonville. We have the depiction of the festival, the art festival, and also the depiction of the Oregon Boreal Memorial, in which the present of the memorial and the park is a prominent presence. So, and also is a way to honor the members of the army that they participate at the Korean War. So as we have that piece at the center as a prominent place. At the right side we have the art festival, in which the community with this creative activities and harmonious relationship not only with nature but also with human being will flourish, represented to the sunflower. And on the other side we have other activities of recreation for the community that represented on of kids playing on that fountain, and on the other side of the memorial. In that way, what I'm trying to depict here is how the waters of the fountain, or how the waters they are washing away all that painful memories from the war, and the same way trying to depict the new generation coming and with that energy and that innocence, trying to heal that suffering and that pain from those historical moments that at one point our community went through, and inviting adults, in that gesture in which the little girl is holding the hand of her dad, so to invite her to go through that process as well of renewal and enjoyment. And the last piece we have, because this is also a horse country, do the big activities related to the horse activities, and in this case we have this horse jumping through hurdles and representing a jump towards the future as well. So it's not only the depiction of the horse as a powerful element, symbol, but also trying to depict a horse as a powerful symbol that leads us to a better future that is represented in this horse, almost suspended in the air. So it's up to us to decide what kind of future we will have for our communities, and basically that is a way to close with this cycle that goes from this beginning, historical beginning, to close to this last one.